Hello everyone, welcome back to Gamer Pass. I am Dramaspack and I'm joined by, to my right,
the Fun Slinger.
below me,
Me.
Ashwan.
Oh.
and below me to the right,
Me.
that's Garnet. Today we are going to be talking about some metaphor, so without further ado, let's just hop right into it. First of all, what do you guys think of the game so far? We're only to June 23rd, by the way.
So far, of course, I like it. If
Atlas
you
build.
watched our previous video, you know that I'm doing a New Game Plus run, so I've already played through this, but going back through it is fantastic. Seeing all the little details that you
I'm
didn't catch
going
the
in
first
completely
time.
blind.
I think it's pretty alright so far.
Yeah, I enjoy it as well. I can't help but compare it to Persona 5. That's the main Atlas game I've played before. But
I'm a little frozen.
I'm not
Uh-oh.
frozen as well. You'll have that sometimes.
is it that cold?
I mean, am I not moving on the screen?
You are not. Oh, now you are.
I moved again.
Huzzah! We're good. Everything's good.
We're in a carriage.
What
Yeah, so
difficulty is everybody playing on?
okay. Yeah, that's let's jump into that question.
Hell yeah. I'll be honest, I kept it on normal. I only brought it down once because I got really annoyed, so I said screw it, I'm just gonna breeze through this and be done. And then I went back to normal again.
Okay. Since I'm on New Game Plus, I decided to play on hard. My first run I played
Lordy.
normal. But yeah, I like the challenge of hard.
Anyway, I was playing on normal.
Yeah, I played on normal for 99% of it so far. I got annoyed. I guess I can talk about once we get to that point.
Okay, yeah. Let's save area-specific stuff for when we get to that.
It's the Graboids again.
But I started on normal, and I was struggling mainly because of the MP
The
usage.
MP is such
Yeah,
a
the
drought.
MP is a little much.
The drought of MP is
like
so bad.
I started struggling with MP so badly I was dying over and over because I didn't want to have to keep exiting and entering.
Oh yeah, the
dungeons.
forced resets. I did that too.
So I decided to make it easier on myself. I'll admit it, I'm playing on easy now. So, and you'll see that
might
at
jump
some
back
point
to
throughout
it.
the video. But
Yeah, nothing
like
wrong with that.
I was not enjoying myself dying over and over because I just didn't want to have to go in and out of the dungeon to reset my MP.
I didn't
mean,
even.
Yeah, I think it took me 5 run-ins to get through it all because of my MP.
At one point, I did very little R&D because I was curious, and later on, apparently, it shouldn't be as bad. It's just early game. The MP is.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping is the case. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does get better. And I mean, it's just important that you play on the difficulty that makes it fun for you.
for sure.
And you know, later
From
on down the
Gunslinger
road, you might
himself.
move it up.
Mm-hmm.
But there are, as we find out, there are more archetypes, and some
Mhm.
of them don't require MP.
Something I noticed is all the base ones included, even like with cleave and all that. I think it was called cleave, or slash, something like that. I want to say in like the Persona games, it was a health,
HP.
HP, yeah, a HP cost, and now
I
it's
think-
all MP.
But like the
Brawler.
brawler,
Yeah, Brawler,
it
uses
uses
HP.
HP.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Haven't
very good.
used much of that one, just enough to know, hey, that does HP help cost.
Yeah, the brawler's one of my favorite archetypes.
I can see that. I haven't used it much, but I can definitely see myself.
I haven't
getting
even
into
got
it,
like
so.
I've talked to her, but I haven't actually. No, I guess I guess I did get it. I just haven't used it. I haven't recruited
I'm
to the
monk
team.
pilled, so I love punches.
Yeah.
So at this point into the game, like we we entered the game. We got through the desert portion. Tried to be mugged by some bandits, right? And then
And like, as soon as the bandit drew the sword, the gal's just like, oh, drew a sword? Well, you better be ready to fight for your life for it.
Yeah.
I can respect it.
Yeah, she's
start-
pretty cool.
You started
is
it.
kinda
I
great.
mean,
Yeah. And all because they just wanted his lovely diary.
I wasn't gonna stab you, but you started it.
I think when I was going through the desert, I was just dodge rolling around in circles to
Yeah.
avoid everything.
Yeah, I should have been. I didn't die or anything, but I'm like, let's try to slice up some baddies.
I
I
did a lot of
eventually just ran away,
serpentine.
but
I figured it didn't give me a fight tutorial, so
right.
why
Yeah.
bother?
That's what I figured as well.
I love Gallica. She's great.
Yeah, and the anime cutscenes are awesome.
They look
I-
great.
As far as
mean-
companions goes in games, she's actually really good.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
As for my floating companion, guide character,
but Atlas always does well on the
Pixies.
anime cutscenes.
Mhm.
They always look so good. So, but we make our way into the city, and we are quickly like rejected, or not rejected, but ridiculed by everyone because we're in, right here. We're in Elda. So I think that's interesting. What's the difference between others and Eldas? Is it just a different colored eye? I guess at this point, anyway.
At this point, we really don't know.
Because
I mean, you can see like the difference. Like the Clamars have the horns, the
Mhm.
Rusants have the pointy ears, and then the Parapists they have
better.
dog ears and tails. And
the only thing that really stands us apart is
We look.
no physical like protrusions and like two different colored eyes
We're normies.
Basically, yeah.
and like
We're
no
all
weird face markings.
functionally the human equivalent to how we are, with just whatever the term for eye color changes are. I don't remember.
heterochromia.
Heterochromia.
Yeah, exactly. We're just functionally, as far as I can tell, a human with heterochromia.
Also, what did you guys name your overseer person who's looking into the world?
The Bookman.
Bookman.
I just used Oshawott because I'm lazy.
That's
I
fair.
used my name twice.
Yeah, I use Funslinger for the overseer.
I used Diamond's back, and I just went with Will for my captain.
Well,
My captain.
I went for Nokoto because he's not Makoto.
That is correct.
That's true.
I went with Lord Luis for reasons.
Yeah,
Just
we
to
didn't
get
really
some
go
funny
over
dialogue boxes.
Didn't really go over the opening cutscene of King's dead.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of what
Spoilers.
It's kind of
what
important,
pushes us
honestly.
into what we're doing is the king has been slain by Luis.
And our best friend is cursed
Yeah.
The prince.
and
The
sleeping.
prince.
Yeah.
Susan.
And he has been for some time.
And we're
don't know
basically
why.
on this mission so we can get a message to an informant
Mm-hmm.
in the guard. And that's it. We're on our way to the recruitment center.
I like that man's hair. The sheepy man.
Yeah.
Very curly.
Very, very petable.
Captain Klinger, though, is something else.
I trust him with my life. Look at that look at that hairdo.
Yeah.
I trust him with my life though. Legitimately.
Yeah. Stroll. This is our kind of introduction to him.
Our
Mm-hmm.
young
He-
noble man.
Yeah. He's quickly.
He's
you
our
see that.
Ryuji.
You see that he's a virtuous noble.
A true what a noble man should be.
Exactly.
Right. And we find out more
Like
about his
my man
backstory going forward.
From Ferdinand von Eyre.
So they discuss like magma crystals, and that's
Pause
like,
it for a second.
where your magic comes from.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to point out, they made this model not wear shoes in bed.
They did make that choice.
I get
fully
so
support not having shoes in bed.
in a tizzy whenever they wear their shoes in bed. In any model.
In any game.
Yes. Dirtying up their beds. Okay, you can continue.
Same
now.
clothes though.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
As long as they don't have their shoes in bed.
He get cold otherwise.
Exactly.
It's a 10 out of 10 game
Otherwise.
for Oshwatan.
Yes.
He ain't got no blankets. He's got to keep himself warm somehow.
Yeah. That Gambeson looks really warm.
It looks so warm. You definitely would freeze to death there.
But
No.
Funslinger, you're saying something about the Magla?
Yeah, they kind of give you an introduction to how magic works, that it comes from Magla, and you're given an igniter so you can cast magical spells, because that's the only way that you can in Uchronia is with an igniter.
Right.
Or at least that's what they tell us.
At this
Yeah.
point, anyway, it's also the only way, so...
For most of them, that's pretty accurate, though.
Right. And they take on different forms, I guess. Like, we have
Like
this
that's
little...
a collar.
Yeah, and then it could also be in the form of a staff or whatever else, I
Like
suppose.
the Royal Scepter.
Right. So...
The Royal
Yeah,
Scepter looks
I
really
do like
cursed,
the little
too.
book cutscenes. We're learning about this other weird fantasy world. Looks
It's really fantasy.
looks a lot like our real world in a way.
Yeah, but no racism. So it can't be real, unfortunately.
Correct.
I hate it.
I
Anyway.
feel like they're kind of beating our heads over that with a little bit. It's almost like 5 whenever they're like, we live in society.
Well,
Like,
I
it's like,
mean,
yeah,
Screw
it
those
it's-
crummy adults.
the discrimination is a major part of
Oh, it
Uchronia.
is.
I mean, you see that just in the
Everywhere.
intro here. People getting treated like garbage just based on their race. I mean, it's
Based on being an Elba, I'm bad with names anyway, the
Sam,
dog
I'm-
race.
the
Yeah.
Parapus, yeah.
And later we'll see what the ones that wear the mask, those are the three-eyed folk.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
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 Yep.
This, yeah. I don't know, like, I definitely get that, but I think it's one of the things where it's better to show than tell a whole bunch of times. And
I
it
think they do a lot of showing of it.
They do
I
show
mean,
it a lot.
Mhm.
They do show
Yeah.
it a lot.
We're learning a little more about our backstory with the prince here.
Maybe if the captain gave him a true love's kiss, he would have broken the curse.
Perhaps.
I ship it.
And this book that we cling onto, it was the prince's, correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
I think.
All right.
So I like how he falls asleep whenever somebody else reads the book.
Yeah.
Right.
Gallica can't flip the pages.
Yeah, I
She's
really
too
like
small. So we make it into our first mission as part of the what are we part of, the city, the
Oh, I wanted to say City Watch, but that's like a probably entirely different thing.
that. Yeah, we're just kind of part of the state army.
state
Yeah.
army. Okay,
State army.
so making friends with this young nobleman, which we've already revealed as Stroll. Learn a little more about his ideals. And we learn a little more about Captain Klinger. So someone comes in saying, hey, we're being attacked. And Klinger's like, hey, you guys
You guys
I'll
got
go
this.
take care of it. I'll kind of hang back because I'm a good leader.
Yeah. Yep. I mean.
That's how
yeah.
that's how you do in management. So
Yeah.
Of course.
Great guy, great guy.
I like they gave her a funny hat. Or a-
Yeah.
Oh,
I like it. I like her outfit and her design a lot.
Have you been able to change that yet? 'Cause I'm kind of assuming that's going to be your default battle sprite.
Yeah,
most of the
I
game.
assume that won't ever change.
Yeah. Because it gives you the option to change, like to look at equipment, but I don't know if the.
Pomegranate.
Yeah.
This is our first look at a human, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a human.
Oh my gosh. It looks nothing like the humans I know.
Hey,
Oh,
look, what do you
come
mean? You don't always see pomegranates just running around like that?
Okay, it reminded
only
me
when I
of
look at you.
Kamoshida with the healing thing.
Yeah, see?
But by like healing with the apple, it reminded me of Kamoshida, like healing by eating the players, or like
By
drinking out of
slurping up the person and spitting them back out.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a pretty good metaphor for how humans are real monsters, though.
I don't get it.
Yeah, me neither. It's
They're dead bodies.
there are dead bodies.
A lot of them.
That's an
Yeah.
egg.
It's our
And-
first little dungeon here.
Mm-hmm.
First human that you get to fight too.
We find a couple more humans.
Doozies.
I took the
Teeth.
teeth personally because I did just get mine forcibly taken out. I did make a point to beat the hell out of every one of those I found.
Yeah, I beat up everything I sawed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did as well.
I always try and do that. I figure you might as well get the XP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why we were having so much trouble with the MP.
I mean,
No, at a certain point,
maybe.
I was just dodging them because I'd go in. I'm like, okay, I want as much MP as possible before I go into this actual big fight. So I'm just gonna dodge
I'll
roll
listen to
past
the music.
everything.
Music, good.
that is
Yeah,
another thing.
the-
The music is so good. I cannot get enough of the battle theme, especially. It
Yeah.
it gets me going.
Gets the blood pumping.
Butters
It
the
makes you want to
biscuit.
move like that.
If only I could.
You don't have swords on your feet?
Not typically.
All four of them?
Not typically. No.
So you get into this battle and it's not
A forced
looking
loss.
good.
Right.
Like,
The designs
Then
are really
our
interesting of the
butts whooped.
humans. The humans are definitely very like Atlas-esque, but like they
Mhm.
they feel different. Like they're way more abstract. I feel like.
But like you said, they still have that Atlas feel to them.
Yeah, but like they're definitely not they're not as focused
Mm-hmm.
as like other Atlas games. They feel a lot more out there.
Yeah, there are no Hulk Hogans running around here.
Yeah.
Stroll sacrifices himself to save us.
Like a true nobleman. My man.
And
We
then
see him down and out. And we feel this power awakening in us.
At least we're not shooting ourselves in this one. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
And the
But-
most metal way to activate your power system.
you rip out your heart,
Worth
which
it.
is made of metal.
Microphone. As if you're screaming to the world.
And this is how we unlock our first archetype,
Our stand.
our persona. Essentially.
I
So-
enjoy as well how you turn into the archetype. You don't summon an archetype.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. And the design of the Seeker.
He looks
The
rad
Seeker is really
as
cool.
heck.
Yeah.
Yeah, so cool.
Seeker is cool.
I used the Seeker for a really long time. Probably longer than I was supposed to, but I like the Seeker.
I've been mostly using that and we'll get it later, another one, because
Yeah.
I needed it for a mission.
The issue
Yeah,
I had with the Seeker at a certain point was it was weak to everything after a certain point, which I think is probably just strategy on the game to make you learn other archetypes.
Mm-hmm.
Drop your starting
Yeah.
persona, if you will.
Yeah, there are two main archetypes I've used throughout my playthrough so far, and Seeker's the one I've used the second most. So
Same. Well, yeah, about the same.
Well, I lied. I think it might be my third most used. Minus power.
But yeah, we eventually take down this human thanks to our
Lorelio's apple.
archetype awakening.
Are you going balance stats on yours or not?
The way I'm building my captain is focusing mainly on magic and defense, whatever that stat is called.
Endurance.
Those are the two I'm mainly focusing on. He's
And Snow's
mainly
still alive.
a magic user.
I have
Yeah.
put every single stat point into strength so far.
I've been using more mid, mostly mage. Or
I
magic.
started out heavy mage, and then I just started to balance it out afterwards.
I mean,
I did on my
Grief.
first playthrough. I did mostly magic.
yeah, I put a couple into strength, but I'm mainly focusing on magic. And our first two partners that we get are mainly strength based,
Yeah.
more so than magic. So it kind
Our
of helps balance out a little bit.
Third partner.
For sure.
Gallica's right there. She's
Oh,
our partner
well,
in crime.
okay. You're right. My bad.
Put respect to her name.
Respect. But here's
means to be.
Grius. We like Grius.
Greece is
I
great.
love Grius. He is
Yeah.
fantastic.
He's a good guy.
You know, I was getting a real, what's that archetype in Fire Emblem? The veteran guy?
Mm-hmm.
What is it, general class?
Something like that, maybe. I haven't played Fire Emblem in a
The
hot
one
minute.
who's
I
a
played
rank
one.
higher,
Yeah.
who's supposed to be good in the early game and then drops off pretty quick.
Yeah. I was like the moment we were introduced to Grius and he started going over a few things, we'll find out that he's always wanted to awaken an archetype. Like he studied a little bit about it. I'm like, oh, he's an old man teaching us things who wants to fulfill a dream. He's gonna die soon. that was the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah. He
Uh,
did.
Man,
He
I don't
didn't.
see no red flags on him.
At first, didn't really feel like a main party character, which was concerning.
As soon as and this happens soon in the game, there's a little bit farther down the way, but we get introduced to his daughter Maria. That's when I was like, yeah.
Yeah. When we're introduced to his daughter, like that definitely cemented it for me. Like this man is
And
gonna
his wife.
die.
This man's in danger.
I love Maria. She's
He-
an angel.
He has a family that's not safe.
So let's move along a little bit here. We talk to our companions and
More!
we meet more.
My guy!
We just kind of wake
Our-
up in this library.
I like his cat.
His cat is the best character.
Yeah, Plateau. I make a point to pet the cat every time I
Pet
visit
Plateau
him.
every time. He knows he's cute.
Yes.
Moore is essentially our Igor in this game. So,
He's our master of the Cathedral of Shadows. Where demons
Where
gather.
demons gather.
so we'll
Alright.
see more about academia in a bit, but that's where we go to manage our archetypes. So we're talking more about our archetype to Grius, and that's when he reveals that he knows a little bit about it.
And then he teaches us combat stuff. Like how to
And-
beat up the dogs.
And Grius also told us about his mission.
Oh yeah, he recognizes
yes.
by our sword.
Yeah,
I want
and
to
Right.
keep that in mind.
his mission is to kill
Kill
Luis Guillaburn.
And as a reminder, Luis is the one who killed the
Killed-
king.
Yeah.
In the opening cutscene.
And
Okay,
messed
it's
up.
not opening cutscene, but
So this is mainly a tutorial area where we learn more about the combat and get used to how the game plays.
and now we
So.
get a young peddler.
Yeah, these peddlers have balls of steel, I gotta say.
Right?
Like, what are
Yeah.
they doing? Like,
Hey, they got to make their money somehow. So
I'm surprised they're alive to do so. Like, my god.
Well, they're all supernatural in their own way, right? Maybe
really
they all
are.
have archetypes.
They're secret
We just don't
humans
see
that
it.
are just not like evil. They're just there to make some money.
Mm-hmm. Then we find a couple soldiers. And we're forced to
Yeah.
take them down, unfortunately. But
To the mines.
It's not technically murder because it is self-defense, but man, we kill a lot of people early on.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I would expect it to kill a bunch of monsters, and I'm like, no, we gotta kill these guys. Like, oh, alright, sorry guys, I don't make the rules.
I mean, they just shouldn't mess with us.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's
it's
fair.
their fault. Funslinger, I am curious. What all differences are in the New Game Plus thus far? Like what carries over and whatnot?
So what carries over is your items, so all your consumables and your weapons.
Okay.
Your archetype experience carries over. So, like when I unlocked the Seeker during that first human battle, it was already mastered, so I had all the moves.
That's nice.
He can move. He can.
Yeah.
Like Jagger.
Armor and your kingly attributes that you work on, like your tolerance,
Mm-hmm.
courage, all that good stuff. So those are already maxed out, so it makes it a lot easier.
For sure. So you're just breezing through it, essentially, is what
I
you're
am
saying.
breezing through it.
We haven't been introduced to the kingly attributes yet, have we?
No, not
No,
yet.
we have not.
Which are effectively our, what are these? Social stats?
Yeah,
Essentially,
your social
yeah.
stats.
I haven't really been messing with them a whole lot.
I
When we
mean-
do get to them, I haven't really played with them too much.
But
But
does-
I
Doesn't
use
even-
wisdom a little bit so I can unlock a side quest. but
Same.
That's effectively it.
My tolerance
Oh.
is, I got that
Boss
pretty,
fight with,
like about halfway up already. I got most of them kind of going now.
very nice. We find Captain Klinger in the mines.
he does have an
This
impeccable
guy.
mustache.
Yeah, we don't like Klinger.
No,
I like his mustache.
it is his one redeeming factor.
But the mustache does not make the man.
It does not make the
No.
man.
No.
Manners maketh man.
So yeah, we find out the whole thing before where we were introduced to the human. It was all planned.
A setup.
He knew that everyone was gonna die, and so he is not the man we would like for him to be. He's not a hero to the people.
And this is like a big moment for Stroll.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
You can kind of see, and it's all leading up to something great for him.
We get a little bit of his backstory where
What?
he's essentially the only survivor of this attack.
Reminds me of like that one D&D character that's always in every party that like lost their entire family and everything. Like there's always one.
The one rogue in the corner who doesn't want to talk about his
Yeah.
sad backstory.
At least like in newer players, there's always the one there. Which I guess also makes him more like of a like desirable like interesting thing for new players.
Sure.
It's a good starting
Yeah.
archetype.
Archetype.
The Avenger.
Whoa!
I'm an Avenger. I must restore my clan and kill a certain someone.
Because they looked at me funny.
So here we are with Stroll getting his
Awake.
archetype
Awakening.
unlocked.
The
He just floated there.
A mysterious voice talks to us.
I gotta say, for seeing what he sees happen, he's honestly very still calm and arrogant for the fact that he just saw like basically a demigod fall back down.
Well, he's got the purple aura of doom.
He does have the purple aura of doom.
So he's good to go.
Yeah.
Pulled out his heart.
Get that it. Turn to a mic.
Oh,
Oh.
I skipped ahead too far. Oh no, oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I messed up that later on because I accidentally
I
misclicked.
like his awakening more.
Yeah.
Captains.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was pretty metal.
Like
Yeah,
it,
for sure.
it had a lot more weight to it. I felt.
He had a slow motion shoe.
He did. Peril.
So we are introduced to.
Peril.
We are introduced to Peril. This is Peril.
Barrel, my favorite archetype.
I am the danger.
But the archetype of, was it the warrior?
I believe
Yes.
he is
Warrior,
the warrior.
yep.
He's the warrior.
So
Stroll is the warrior.
I am the warrior.
I'm trying
But-
to keep.
I love his legs.
I'm trying not to tweak any
Like-
of their stuff.
When we saw him from the back, it was
I'm trying to keep them as the warrior for as long as I can. I'm trying to like keep them
max
like,
out their archetypes as you get them.
Well,
yeah,
that
Yeah.
that's another thing. I'm not swapping around the
Yeah.
followers archetypes at all. At least not at this point. Again, I'm trying to max them out as I go, and then I'll play around with them. But
to me it just feels
I
like that's
kinda how
did
I'm
him as
playing
I
through the
needed
game.
certain skills to inherit later.
Yeah.
sure, that's fair.
To me, I just feel like that's their thing, so I don't want to like take that away from them.
Yeah, that's what I did on my first run.
Like I can just swap mine out if I
He
need
is
to.
one of us. He is our guy. Hey, it's more.
We're getting more of more.
Okay. Are we getting more knowledge about archetypes?
Knowledge.
So I'm not gonna go through all this, but we
Yeah.
can essentially assign archetypes to other people as long as we have enough mag for
Mag.
it.
And this is where we learn of the sphere grade.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what I was thinking when I saw it.
Yeah. Also, it was kind of like I was
Pet
able
cat.
to follow it, but I definitely had to look into it and tweak, like mess with it to really grasp the system. Like it's not too hard to pick up on, but it's definitely a bit of a. You gotta kind of study it a little bit to figure out some stuff, like the inheriting and all that too.
So, I think around this point I changed our main boy into a mage for a bit. So I
Mhm.
work on that.
Yeah. I have
I
Stroll as the mage at this point.
Okay, interesting.
think I had mage, warrior, because Grius looked like a warrior type.
Yeah, I gave Grius warrior, so as you can see.
Yeah. I was seeker warrior at this point, just because I wanted to have a strong front line.
Can we find some snakes with the balls on their chins?
Yeah.
They
those
distracted me.
snakes,
Yeah.
That's,
It's not great.
we might
Welcome
need to
to
put a black
Atlas.
bar on the.
Oh, yeah.
on
We
their
thought
chin.
Mara was bad.
Yeah.
Mara is bad. Okay.
Mara's great. There they are!
Oh no.
Yeah, we'll just skip on by.
Oh.
So
Something
we have
interesting.
a potentially big battle coming up here after we discover the Magla Hollows.
Mm-hmm.
So-
Basically, just safe rooms in the dungeons.
Yeah. Something I know that was interesting was if your captain does drop, you're not like forced to restart.
We're
the
not
battle.
dead.
Yeah, you
Right,
get
and
to
I
actually.
do appreciate that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is such so much better than the Persona games. Like,
It's a bird!
as if
I do.
when your leader dies, everybody just falls into chaos and just game over. Like, come on.
Yeah.
But
Can we
just
go?
use a
can we go back-
recarm. Let's keep this going.
Yeah, exactly.
Can we go back to that boss for a minute?
Did you
I
guys?
like how this boss really enforces the tactic or the front line and back line kind of thing.
Oh yeah, that's something we haven't really
Yeah.
Yeah.
mentioned at all. I do.
Yeah.
I haven't really played with it a lot, but I definitely do take advantage of switching lines when needed.
Because I like
So-
how that really enforces.
Yeah, the front
Hey,
row
you
is being
should
targeted,
be using
so,
this mechanic.
So
Yeah.
pay
There.
attention. Yeah.
Yeah.
Learn it. But
And the design of the humans, like,
They're disgusting.
they are.
they're so
They're-
creepy. I love
They're
it.
they're great.
Like, but they have their kind of own charm about them at the same time.
He's a bird or a drone.
Yeah,
true.
government drone.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Snake. This
find
is a
a
sneaky mission.
dragon.
So did you skip the dragon fight?
Oh no.
I was
Yeah?
I was on my last legs already. No MP. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, I thought
let's,
it.
let's sneak around.
Let's put a pin on that and go back to the dragon.
Aw,
Although your new game
man.
plus, I'm sure you could have kicked its butt all you wanted.
You can.
I kicked its
here, let
butt
me
in
look
my
this
first place.
I'll be honest. I struggled on a later
Uh-huh.
boss fight, but I got it the first time on the dragon. You get a good sword from it.
Yeah, you get a real good sword.
Yeah.
Stroll used that sword for a long time.
He's using it for me right now.
Yeah, there's no
I-
way I could have taken on a dragon.
I said
Like,
screw
I
it, why
was-
not? And I think if I die, I die. I want to try it, and it was
Like,
more manageable than I thought it would be.
And your team kind of berates you, like, what are you thinking? What are you doing?
We took it out.
Hey, Grius goes with you. He's like, I think you're mad, but we'll give it a shot.
like as you see, my MP is just low, and I didn't want to risk running out and not being able to do much damage otherwise. So I just missed out on all the items up there.
It might help
Then
that
we
I
go-
wasn't running a heavy MP team at the time because I had Seeker and two
the
warriors.
bridge.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the,
Running across the bridge.
yep.
I didn't care for it. I didn't feel like it added much of anything. Like, it changed the gameplay up a little bit, but I didn't.
It makes it more hectic.
Yeah,
I mean,
gives you a sense of danger.
I don't think it.
Yeah,
I didn't
here's
like
your
it, but I
sense
didn't
of
hate
danger.
I mean, not. I didn't. I ran into so many crates, as you can see, and
Not a
it-
vaulter.
there was no sense of danger for me. Like, it did not do anything for me at all. I thought it was just a waste of time.
it. I didn't hate it, but I didn't really care about it either. It's kind of just a thing that happened. It was fine.
In one piece. But you're missing an eye.
But that wasn't from this.
Way to
this-
bring that up.
He's sensitive.
I thought we had to bring it up at some point.
Yeah.
How do you know he's actually missing the eye, though?
Yeah, he might just have.
You're
it covered.
right.
I do find it fun that he was able, like they were able to hurt him. So like, even if
Okay.
even if he was super smart and all that, they were still able to stab him. He just got away.
So, she didn't recognize our captain on the sword, but Grius did.
I mean, she wasn't looking for the sword as a marker, so
And I
She
feel
could have
like
went, hey, I recognize that.
Mm.
she could have. But I mean, do you pay attention to every little detail when you're riding in a carriage with a bunch
I
of
mean,
strangers?
I will.
I do.
I will say, as one of the main guards for the king, she should have noticed. But at the end of the day, they were in a carriage, and I don't think she cared
yeah.
at the time.
As a knight, I would be paying
Yeah.
attention to everything around me just to be safe.
Not even as a knight per se, but more as like one of the knights that was on main guard duty for the king himself.
Mm-hmm.
However, I mean, it's kind of whatever. Like, I don't think she cared at the time.
And I don't remember, was Grius able to tell from the sheath or the sword? Because I'm sure our captain didn't draw the sword.
I
there,
want to say it
so-
was sword. I want to say it was sword.
I
I believe-
figured it was the hilt itself that's the recognizable part.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I doubt the blade itself says property of Prince Boy.
It
Well,
might.
I think you
Have you
remember it
read it?
because of the materials used to build it. So if the sheath was built with Maggie in mind, or Magla in mind, it probably was the sheath. But either or.
Well,
Either or.
I'm willing to forgive at that point, though. This point, but when we get introduced to her again later,
Yeah. Like she expected.
still,
The king was
nothing.
dead. Like she expected. I don't think she was looking for a thing or the king when the king is already dead. I don't know. It's fine. It's whatever. Either way.
We make our way out of the forest, though, on our way back to the capital.
the capital.
We see Hulkenberg again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Ever so briefly.
she's back for the funeral.
Guess who's back?
Spot the main characters. Also, I love their 80s shoulder pads.
I like how they just dropped us right into an execution.
The angel.
Let's go.
But-
Sorry, coffee
And a-
dad. Sorry, coffee dad. I
and
got
a-
a new favorite.
Grius,
Right.
Grius tells us of a place we can stay while we're here in town, which is the Honeybee Inn, which
Kurt Man.
introduces us to a couple pretty great characters. I am
Very pretty. Great. And Maria's there too.
Good lord.
So yeah, we are introduced to Fabienne and Maria. Maria is an angel.
Yes, you
I
can tell by
love
the
her.
wings.
Yeah.
They are both great.
Yes,
think they're both
Fabienne is
awesome.
aura energy.
I don't remember seeing anyone else with wings, but I could be wrong.
I don't remember. off the top
Not
of my
yet. I
head.
believe there's at least a character later.
Yeah.
So yeah, Grius
They're
is
married.
Maria's dad.
I do wonder if we're ever gonna meet the mother of Maria. Probably not, I imagine.
Maybe it was childbirth, death. Who knows? Actually, I think that is said. I'll have to probably go back.
I don't
Mary's-
recall one way or the other, but I don't feel like, at least in this part, a point in the story is not.
It's not.
Critical.
It's
Yeah,
not relevant.
It's
So-
not relevant.
It'd just
yet.
be an interesting lore bit if it happened.
Mhm.
That food looks delicious.
Too many veggies.
I don't know. He said it was pretty spicy. I don't do spicy. I'm a coward.
I don't do spice, but I do enjoy flavor of good food regardless.
Do we want to
so-
read?
I can eat.
I want to read.
Spicy, I can do spicy if it tastes really good, but even then, I'm like hot.
You don't have spice for the heat, for the pain. You have it for the taste. We get to read with her.
And I always enjoy these book moments. But here we unlock the archetype of the healer.
That is probably my
Yes.
second
That
most
is-
used.
that is
because
my-
I
The
need to get
healer
to
is-
rank 10.
The healer is definitely my most used.
It is my
for
most
sure.
used, and then Seeker's my second.
Same.
Yeah, in my first playthrough, the captain was dedicated to the healer line.
Mhm.
I'm functionally a control mage on support, and then my front line is just beating the crap out of things.
Yeah, mine was mage, healer, and then seeker for me right now.
Mage is probably my third most used, but it's at like, I think I eventually got it to level 2 or so, so it's not been used much. It's definitely all
I needed my
Uh,
type coverages.
healer and
That and it's
seeker.
kind of useful for its passive ability.
Oh yeah. And I got a Seeker for a while, but at a certain point I was like, it'd be really helpful to just use healer in this scenario, and then that
Mhm.
because he also gives you the quest to do that to 10. So I just pumped all like a bunch of my archetype XP
Brutes.
items, and said, hey, you're really strong now. Let's go and start swinging.
So the
Yeah.
more we read into this book, the more it sounds more like our world. It definitely looks like our world.
Yeah.
Definitely a fantasy version of our world.
Very idealized, which isn't inherently bad.
So
A world we should strive for. Ooh!
ooh,
Oh, I thought it was when we got our surfboard.
Oh yeah, I just completed that one. I was hoping
Like
to get
third
another
sword.
mission from him, but I didn't.
I think rank 2 or the next rank is go find the gunner, which I haven't found yet.
The gunner.
Yeah, I don't think we've gotten to the point where we can get the gunner.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, I remember now. I did get the mission.
Yeah, so everybody got healer to rank 10 then.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, mine's like 15, 16, I think.
Perfect.
It's up there. I juiced it up quite a bit.
So
Here's this
pink Parapus girl.
Pink lady.
yeah, pink dog lady. She's not important
She looks important.
right now.
We should ignore her for now.
Correct. That's what I do with important people is I ignore them.
Honestly, I think
They
I
look like
think I
main
actually
characters.
might have ignored
I
her.
want no
I don't
smoke. I'm
remember.
out.
I remember being surprised when I first met her inside of a dungeon, so I was like,
Yeah.
I probably did just outright ignore her.
So here we have a pretty important cutscene. I'm not gonna sit through the entire thing, but we're trying to have a funeral here, and Luis is like, "Hey,
I'm here to talk shit.
What if I
The
just...
palace says, bog off with that, and rises. And says, how about no?
What if I just ruined it all?
Luis."
Get
What
to
if I
see-
brought the Zeppelin in, dropped a human down?
It gave me almost like
see
Helsing
synced
energy.
effects.
Whenever Helsing does that, it just comes down and just like, hey,
On his Blackbird?
get... What's that?
What was that, Funslinger?
We get to see Sanctifex Ford in here for the first time as well.
Mm-hmm.
That also reminds me of the moon from
Soul Leader?
Majora's Mask.
Majora's
The
Mask.
Necromancer.
Zorba.
Zorba was annoying as hell to deal with.
Our,
I think it was Hana or Hama.
Hama.
I used Hama
Use-
a lot against him.
As Fuka once said, use Hama skills.
I used a lot of Hama skills.
Oh yeah. Grius died.
Yeah, and I gave
Yeah.
Yeah,
at
We just kind of
yeah we
glanced over that.
Yeah,
We glanced
Do we need
over
to
it.
go back?
I was trying to skip through but also find it. But yeah, Grius attacks Luis.
He tries to.
I think he would. I think he
and,
would have pulled it off.
He
though.
is actually protected by
But the palace said no.
the king left he did left a spell curse thing where people who are
Likely
on
to
the
become
verge
king.
of likely to become king cannot be assassinated.
Yeah.
So
So
some golden chains caught him, and then
He died.
Luis just kind of
yeah.
killed him.
Grius' dad.
So unfortunately, we no longer have
Orphans.
Grius. Fortunately, we get back anything we spent on him. That was my biggest concern.
It got refunded.
I need a refund for this man.
I think he would have
Better
pulled it
than
off
Aerith.
though, because like how it showed the cutscene, Lewis was not ready. Like he
Hulken.
probably would have
Oh,
died.
sorry.
Hulk.
Hulkenberg shows up and says, Alcis.
Who is this Alcis fellow?
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of just assumed
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
what
it
she
was-
called Grius.
That was.
Yeah.
I assumed it was his last name at first, and not thought nothing else of it. Then the necromancer comes up.
Yeah.
He fucks.
He does many things.
She's got massive shoulder pads.
It's for that chip on his shoulder. He needs them.
Okay, the
Yes.
staircase is on the first floor. We can climb over that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there were several moments I'm like, that shouldn't stop us, but okay,
It's
that's
just
fine.
like game
I'll go
design at
around.
that point, like forcing you to.
We got to do the game thing where a thin tree can't pass us.
Yeah, I guess I honestly don't even think about stuff like that. I'm just.
Yeah. So, the suspension of disbelief. Kind of
I'm
thing.
just too dumb to not think about that things.
I think about it, but I accept it pretty quickly because it's just game.
Yeah,
it's game
it's-
design.
Yeah, It's not immersion breaking, but I'll call it out. It's fun.
I mean, for
Keeps
the
me
most part,
occupied.
I don't even pay attention to my surroundings. I'm watching the map more than anything.
Same, half the time. God, same.
Like I'm navigating using the map, not what's in my surroundings. So
Having to go through
Yeah.
the dungeon multiple times because of MP, like I was clinging to that map the entire time.
So the necromancer, he ran in the cathedral, raises some hell.
Something else I noticed is you can't fast travel to the safe rooms.
Well,
Yeah, not the individual ones, but you can fast travel to
Yes.
them or from them to the beginning.
Yeah. I was really hoping I could fast travel to the rooms themselves.
loot.
Save a child.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much, Hulkenberg's like, alright, I'll stick with you guys.
Yeah, you guys look important.
Yeah.
You got main protagonist energy.
this kid has blue hair.
Yeah,
And
he's
and
blue hair.
different colored eyes.
He is a lord.
My lord.
Here's Fabian.
Oh,
They
no.
trampled that poor girl.
Yeah.
Maria's gone.
She gone.
So then the last time she'll be gone either.
So
She done.
my
Got bonked.
thought was, oh no, oh wait, is Fabian single now?
I don't know if
I never.
Chris and
She-
Fabian were a thing, so
Yeah,
They were married through common law.
I don't know.
like,
I never
I
got the
think if you
impression
live-
that they were a thing at all.
I felt like
I
there
was reading some of their character
I thought there was
things. It
something
said-
there, but it was never outright said.
They lived together for so long they were legally married at that point.
The affection was there. I don't know how heavy they were gonna play into that.
I always just got good friend vibes from them. But they found out that Grius is indeed gone. Maria surely isn't going to take that well, so...
No.
Probably not.
Oh yeah, Ken.
Oh
there we go.
yeah, I remember now. Her her whole thing, I accidentally skipped over because I misclicked my controller, and then suddenly,
Oh, we're in a boss fight.
yeah, and I was like, wait, what? When was he revived? Why are we fighting him? And I was so confused. and
Spoilers
then-
for the next few seconds.
yeah, we're about to get to that, and like then this whole thing happened. And I was like, what the fuck? That's the worst that's the worst misclick of my goddamn life. What's going on?
What's in the wall?
What's in the wall? It's in the
Trying
walls.
to be friends with the wall.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we do see
Yeah, this part right
Grius
here.
back.
My notes say, that's fucked.
Yeah, I didn't see any of this because I just turn around and all of a sudden I'm fighting Grius and I'm like, what?
That necromancer is going down.
Yeah, no, like what the hell? I just watched this man die and now I'm fighting him. What did I miss?
I was gonna leave him alone, but he revived our friend.
What a good guy.
Not really
He just
revived,
wanted
but
to-
reanimated our friend.
He just wanted to be a healer. Oh, she got
no,
stabbed.
Hulkenberg
And then
gonna
Hulkenberg
die.
dies immediately.
Oh, yep. And now?
But no, she awakens to her persona.
I also didn't see this, so all of a sudden she's just what she is. I'm like, oh, all right.
The knight?
Yeah, the knight archetype, which my whole first playthrough, I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
but-
like it.
It's
No, but then it came a point where I'm like, oh, this is actually really good.
She pulls
the aggro.
attacks in.
The only thing I used her for is aggro because honestly, she's been not great for about everything
Like-
else. But
I haven't even been using it.
She
using her for
was
that.
fantastic in this boss fight.
Oh yeah,
Instead of everyone getting attacked,
it's just her.
she gets attacked. I healed her, pumping her full of healing items so she could keep taking attacks. And then my other person just kept attacking Grius.
That's exactly what I've been doing. I've been
That
using,
was my strat.
I've been healing, she's been taking attacks, and he's been just
I haven't been
cleaving.
aggroing at all with her. I haven't used it once.
It's really helpful, honestly.
Yeah, I regretted sleeping on the Knight archetype for most of my first playthrough.
It's one of the only reasons I have gotten as far as I have is because she keeps taking all the aggro, and I've just been keeping her alive. Of course, it doesn't help with the like all party taking damage parts, but I mean, the solo hits, she can take them. It's fine. I've been giving her all the items that increase her endurance.
I do like before Grius goes down, he does say something about he asks us to take care of Maria or something like that, doesn't
Yeah. He comes back too before he goes.
he? So then Maria she's locked up in her room. She doesn't want to come out, which is, fair.
She and Gallica's a good guide. Don't let her doubt herself. She's my ride or die. And Moore's back.
Previously stated, I'm incapacitated.
So what'd you guys think of the game at this point, since we're a ways in?
Cat!
What are some major gripes you've had so far, if any?
I mean,
Mostly just
I have the same issue with every game, really, though. Like, I get lost easily, and that's been frustrating. That and the MP, but otherwise everything else has been fine.
yeah. Mine's just been the MP in the beginning.
Yeah.
And that's boot it.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
maybe... Go ahead.
MP management is atrocious, at least at the beginning part of the game. I've been so frustrated because of it.
At least there's only
So-
one enemy who's immune to the just base attack damage. Everyone else hasn't been immune to it. Or most of them haven't even been able.
The gargoyle?
The gargoyles, yeah. And there's like one guard or something that didn't care. But for the most part, like nothing's been resistant to our damage in that regard, so we can still just melee them to death if we have to, if we don't have MP.
So I did her quest on the last day.
Same.
I
Well,
have not. Spoilers for like.
Yeah. I picked up
end
her
of the
quest,
video.
but I didn't want to risk not having the time to finish it because I didn't know if I have to like stay out there for like multiple days, so I just didn't start it yet.
I sat
I
on the bench.
started her quest and I went into that dungeon before, and I
It got mollywopped.
that's where I changed the difficulty to easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I originally when I played, I tried to go before doing the initial first dungeon, and I got to the end boss, and I got close, but I just couldn't do it, so I ended up having to go back.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got to the
pretty much
room
what
before
I
the
did.
last boss, I think, or a couple rooms before the boss, and I'm like, no, there's no way, especially not with my MP like this. I'll come back later, and
Yeah.
I did, and it was fine. But
That's why I also, worked on the mage, so I had everyone with the ice attack.
That's fair.
And we learned how to cook.
learned how to
Yeah.
cook. Went to buy some materials for the recipe, but couldn't get the.
There's a
One
lot of
thing.
tolerance and imagination options, but that's all I've really found so far is tolerance and imagination.
I think there's one for each scattered
Yeah, there
across the
should
city.
be in town.
Yeah.
I know I worked a little bit on. Oh, my surf sword!
Yeah,
It's a little too fast, honestly. It's fun.
I mean, you
fun,
can slow it
but
down.
You can slow down.
that's fair. I'm not good at going slow. I'm totally zooming.
Gotta go fast.
Like Sonic.
Like I'll
Yeah.
miss a turn and then like lose track of where I am because I'm just zooming so fast past an exit or an entryway.
Can't wait till we get to Sonic 06.
I'd be down to play it sometime.
Gotta go fast.
So, you know.
Go ahead.
Oh, I got that quest the day after I helped her in the honeybee the first time. So I couldn't just use that knowledge.
Oh.
Yeah,
See.
I'm just running around doing a few quests. I'm not doing anything major.
Oh, there was another
I say, was that a winged guy?
color.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I wanted to do that quest beforehand so I get the Pious Igniter, so I had a better Hama skill, which I assume that's what it does. Because I saw Pious and thought, oh, that sounds holy.
I did get an igniter for Hama because I gave it to my warrior. That way he could have a second source of light magic for the whole zombie thing.
Yeah.
Fantasy is dead.
Oh no!
I saw this screen a lot in this dungeon. Before the main dungeon. Before easy mode.
So, I have not bought any extra igniters yet.
I have not
haven't
either.
bought
Another thing.
any. I just happened. Well, I guess I can't even buy them anyways because I haven't done the mission.
Yeah, I have what the one or two were given, but
The wind ones.
The wind and the light. I'm calling it light. I don't know if that's actually what it's called.
Hama
But-
skills. Slap that ass.
and here it is.
Bonk. Yeah.
Here I am. I'm tired of this bull crap. Let me.
Yeah.
I don't
the
care what people
Storyteller
say.
mode.
Yeah, I did
I'm
that.
not gonna go
I did do
storyteller
that
mode.
once. I don't think we've gotten to that point in the video yet, but I definitely did that once.
I like the menu screen.
And then I switched it back because I just
Mhm.
got really
Yeah.
irritated.
The UI is really good in this game.
Yeah,
I like
It is. I keep comparing it to Persona 5, but
I mean, Atlas game.
like I think I do prefer Persona 5's menus UI over this one, but this is very, very close behind. It's very clean.
I use so many magna pills.
Yeah.
Specifically on
Happy
the
I found where to buy the things of water to help a little bit, but that only helps so much.
Yeah, you only do it once a day as well. If you use it, you got once.
Treasure.
Treasure?
Oh, actually, I guess not the Bomb of Life. You can just buy it at the church, can't you? For like,
Yeah, it's really expensive.
oh yeah,
though.
it's like I want to say six. That's not 6,000, is it? That's a lot.
So I decided to give up on the dungeon and just go back because
Yeah.
there's no way. So
But now we do the main plot.
yeah, and
Yeah.
this is just me prepping for it, buying what things I can beforehand, doing a couple side quests, nothing crazy.
I think my main goal
but-
is to blitz through the main objective,
Hey, look.
and then have all
it's in
that
there.
time waiting for it to be done. I have to catch up to
Mhm.
time to do all the side stuff, so I don't have to worry
So
about.
I
getting it
didn't
done.
notice she was wearing shorts, so I just thought her butt was just hanging out.
No, this
And
is
then
a,
we go, okay, now she's wearing shorts, because she was just far enough away that I couldn't tell the difference.
this is a T-rated game, okay?
I mean,
Is it?
there was a snake with appendages it shouldn't have earlier.
That is
Those
fair.
were just the ticks from the last game we played.
Exactly.
That's fair. That's gross. I
But
hate that.
But this lady here is looking for her friend. A couple of bounty hunters. Her friend got lost, captured.
the shuffle.
In everything that's going on around here. So I agree to help her out and find her friend. Which it doesn't end well, but we'll get to that in a bit. So
Oh, yeah.
We're going in.
Ooh, yeah. Those things are valuable to kill.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the little wisps.
The blue
Uh,
orb.
Yeah.
I'll be
Oh,
honest, it
Elementos.
took way too long to kill them, and they kept disappearing, so I just kind of gave up.
Well, you have to kill him in the first turn, right?
Unless
Yeah.
you stun them.
I was able.
If you stun
sure.
them, you get 2 turns.
I wasn't able to do it, so
2
I
turns
said,
of
nah.
just fire.
Yeah, you can just use fire and then you're good.
Oh, okay. I'll have to try that out then.
But you
I knew they
you
were
bump
really
up
smart
the
'cause they were blue.
Yeah.
they
I figured they were
you get-
like
you get good rewards from 'em.
those weird, like almost like the mushroom guys from like Kingdom Hearts, where after if you kill them all before they run away, you get like a lot of XP and stuff.
You do their whatever thing they want spell put on them.
Yeah.
So we get to see Luisa's soldiers here.
yes, and the white
White clad.
clads. Learn a little bit about them.
It might be the white clads that were immune to the basic attacks.
White clads
I think
are
they at least
basically
resisted.
the top of the top of his military,
Brigade.
right?
Yeah. We have another moment coming up where the team berated me.
Oh,
Yeah.
what was?
Oh, against these wolves.
Those wolves were.
No.
I had to like aggro them and run off, and then like take them off in smaller doses. 'Cause otherwise, I just got annihilated.
Yeah, it may have taken me. That might have been my first actual death was against those wolves.
Oh, I didn't have a problem with wolves, but also I am on easy mode at this
Right.
point, so.
It was just like the sheer numbers of them were the problem. Because no matter how much I
Yeah.
like aggroed onto my tank, she still got dropped. I was like, come on, stop it.
From Louisiana.
Louisiana. It's really the white wolves, like the red ones were whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, the regular wolves were something. The white wolves were the. And
so skip the point where they berated me, but the room where you pick up the key for this door.
Mm-hmm.
Where the
there's a
guard was
sleeping guard.
oh,
Yeah.
you
Oh.
can wake up the guard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
woke
just
up
went-
the guard.
Yeah,
I
I went and poked him.
didn't even think about that. I just kind of went, he needed a nap.
I didn't.
He was
Yeah.
having a long day.
I didn't wake him up at first because I found the key. I was like, oh hey, that was quick. I ran back up there first. I was like, you know what? You can wake up
So
now.
what
brother."
happens when you wake him up?
Pretty much they're like, what are you doing? Why would you do that?
Yeah, and then he's super
Oh.
Put his keys
depressed.
up on the table.
Yeah, I saw no point in waking him up, creating more potential issues for us. So
I saw an opportunity for experience points.
I'll be honest, I was curious. I was just curious as what he would do if I woke him up.
I'm not bloodthirsty, so I left him there.
I'm a bloodthirsty king.
Yeah.
That's more than enough money.
I was just curious. I just ended up being sad because he was just like depressed and gave up on everything.
So here we
So
are
then
getting
we-
another follower.
Get the
Got
the
brawler
brawler.
archetype, which is one of my favorites.
I used it briefly, but I definitely enjoyed the little bit I did use of it.
I like the
Yeah,
design.
I mean,
Reminds me of like a JoJo stand.
He can go aura, 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 aura.
Yeah, it's like the reminds me of the
Yeah.
world, but not golden.
She is tall.
When
Or are we just short?
I relied on the brawler,
Yes.
which on my first playthrough I had Hulkenberg because I'm like, Knight, this is worthless. Be a brawler.
Yeah.
And so I relied on the brawler when I was low on my MP.
And
It's not a
we
Yeah,
bad
I
idea,
had-
though.
save at the cat. Those are nice.
Save at the
Nice
cat.
little save spots.
And it makes sense for the cat to be there since we just got a new archetype. So, yeah, the brawler, again, I haven't used it much. I did awaken it for Hulkenberg. I still primarily am using Knight for her, I suppose, which I'm not utilizing Knight at all. So I don't know why I have it on her, but
She's good.
She does.
She's good to have spear.
That's fair. That's
Spear
true.
is handy.
Oh,
But,
she does use
uh,
a spear. If I go into the. That's bad. Sorry. I think we'll find out at the end of the. More near the end of this.
And the lift ain't working, so we gotta climb some stairs.
God,
And
the
that's
stairs.
A lot of
of
stairs.
stairs.
I was not looking forward to just pointing the stick in the upward direction this
Yeah.
entire time, but they
They
just skip it, which I feel is almost also pointless to have. I mean, I guess for aesthetics for
Yeah.
the story, it's good to have it here. But
I was looking
for the
forward to
gameplay itself, there's no reason for this staircase to exist.
Yeah.
Well, we need to.
Oh
Funny
yeah,
lift.
I mean you have to move up, and the lift is broken.
I was
so-
looking forward to the lift on the very bottom working after I fixed the top part, and it never did. And I was like, no, give me the lift. Just let me go here and go up. Yeah, the zombies. The zombies weren't bad. I didn't mind the zombies at all.
No,
Yeah,
they were super easy.
Whenever you kept like
Yeah.
spamming like
Just
later on.
light them and
Had Hulkenberg with Bot, and then me with Hama, so
mhm.
they were of no consequence.
Yeah, I had 2 separate Hama sources, so I wasn't too worried about it.
My captain had bot, Hama, and wind. Or no, bot and Hama. Hulkenberg has the wind.
Fire!
Fire.
Fire!
I probably should have given the win to her because, well, I gave it to him. I should have given it to her. That
I
way
don't
she'd
think-
have actual good damage outside of just a melee.
I don't think my Stroll has any sort of magical attacks at the moment.
I gave Stroll my Hom. What did happen to my?
So we find out, we find more humans in here as well.
Yeah.
Yay.
It's Eggman.
Oppo.
Those things are so ugly.
It's actual Sonic.
All the
It's
humans
Eggman.
are. They're so gross.
Well, yeah, it's Ran.
I don't know how you guys are, but I have to search every single room.
You have to
and
hunt
try
her
and-
to complete a dungeon.
I try
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Understand it.
I typically do. If I can't find a way into a room, I'll eventually give up. But otherwise, yeah, I do my due diligence to find every single room.
Did you guys
And
get
then
inside of
go
that
in.
chest that was locked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I have to go back later on to get back to open that chest?
I thought that was
There's
plot
a
chest.
door right here to the right of where Trimaspec's at, and
Yeah.
you go through it, and you have a battle with some zombies, and you get a key.
Do you remember what you get out of it?
Oh, the
Uh,
flower.
It's like some sort of ring. I think it unlocks an area later
Oh, yeah.
in the dungeon where you get something.
I guess I should go back there and check it out.
The statue or something.
Yeah, that statue that moves.
I don't like these flowers.
Well, is it worth going back for?
Yeah.
If you can rewind your game, but otherwise I don't think you'll be able to go back in.
Even the
You might be
even the
able
back
to.
route.
Hey, these guys were good for experience, though. You just keep fighting them and fighting them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I use those flower things for. I just let the enemies keep spawning, and
I think at this point I've been playing for so
profit.
long in a row that I just wanted to finish the dungeon at that point.
uh-oh.
Oh, your fantasy's dead.
Yeah, there was an archer or something that I didn't see, and he got me, so I was just
I
annoyed.
did not realize that you can die. Well, I guess it makes sense.
The other
doing
things
the,
hit you.
The miasma does
the
damage.
overworld combat.
I've had issues with the archers, but like a lot of time, like the enemies move so slow that I'm able to just kind of run around them and just smack them.
I unlocked it.
At least the swords, at least those with like melee weapons have a really big wind up time. I need to
Yeah,
get
at
a
this
cat
point, I'm
cam.
just
Just
going
hitting
through,
everything.
slaying everything, getting all the experience I can.
So, we talked to that poor depressed soldier in that one room.
Mm-hmm.
I really need a cat cam. The last video we did, I also had just a cat in my lap the entire time.
Mine's on the bed.
Nice.
Not sure where mine is.
All of
R.
them
Being a gremlin.
attacking your tea bags.
Yeah, probably.
Then
But-
here's round 2 of getting stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I ran out of MP, so I quit for the day, went back to town, restocked, resupplied. I don't know that I did anything of consequence at this time, though.
I think I have yet to,
Oh,
get,
oh.
to get
Oh,
a
it's Mighty
sword.
Press Man.
Nice. I've yet to find a sword that's better than the one Stoll currently has.
Yeah, once you get that one after you beat the dragon,
And
that sword lasts for a while.
and I purified it till it has burn on it too, which was really helpful. God, that burn was helpful.
Yeah.
The only reason I got past some damage reduction.
When we were in the cathedral and we started going into where all these the crates and whatnot were, like I went there first before going up the stairs, and I didn't realize up the stairs was a dead end. So I'm like, ooh, I found a secret.
Ooh.
The secret has a lot of enemies. The secret
It's a
keeps
secret room.
going.
Mm.
Was this not a
Think I'm in-
secret?
I think I'm on plot progression, guys.
It wasn't a secret, just so you're aware.
Yeah, the struggle of exploring a dungeon, and it's like, okay, I'm at a fork here. I don't want to continue my progression. I want to go to
Yeah.
all the secret places. And then you end up keep going, and it's like, ah,
Yeah.
crap.
I never
have to
fully
turn
commit to a
around.
direction. I have to like try both sides a little bit and a little bit more, but like, okay, we're good. I can do this for a minute. This part I kept missing the door, because I think it's the second platform you jump down from. Is the door where you have the door on the left. I kept running by it and I was like, where's my door? Where'd it go?
Fire.
The map was very helpful.
So the synthesis thing, that was fun to use.
Yeah.
I haven't messed with
Mhm.
There's a lot of fun stuff you can do.
I haven't
Yeah.
messed with this yet.
Little team up attacks.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay, I have a little bit. Not much.
That's
That's
actually what
where
I
all
use
my MP
Hulkenberg.
went.
That's what I use Hulkenberg for.
Yeah.
For the most part, is synthesis.
She
Big,
was
strong damage.
The multi-hit user.
And this is where I unlock the mission for the gunner.
Yeah.
So everything's pretty standard.
With
Gargoyle.
the power of gun, we will win.
Before I got into a fight with a gargoyle, I'm like, this crap is intimidating. I'm so scared. But then I saw that first hit I got. I'm like, oh,
Oh,
okay, never
I
mind.
changed my mind.
I was able to kill him pretty easily, but I just kind of avoided him at a certain point because they were kind of a hassle.
I tried not to
Yeah.
avoid enemies.
Yeah.
Now, if I killed them, then I saved or came back or whatever, and they respawned, I might skip them at that point. But I always did my first go round. I would always fight them.
Yeah.
So the lift is protected by a barrier.
Made of magla.
You gotta go and do something with that. So we gotta figure out how to dismantle that.
Yeah, and that's the statue that moves.
I don't like these guys.
Yeah, we found some new humans. They're basically just eyes.
Yeah, they have that debuff on them too, which was kind of a pain in the butt.
They could kept summoning and you self-destruct
Yeah,
at low health.
they self-destruct. Like even in the overworld, the first time they self-destructed, I'm like, oh no, he teleported. Where'd he go? I spent too much time looking for something that wasn't there.
Yeah.
Got it.
Called it.
Alright.
What do you guys think of the voice acting as well?
Pretty solid.
I
Phenomenal.
think it's nice.
Yeah. I mean, again,
Uh,
it is Atlas, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
There's a few moments like with
Oh,
the
British.
protagonists.
Mm-hmm.
voice acting, like right away when you're knocked off the cliff, where he screams, it was kind of grating, and it was like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to deal with this voice.
Yeah.
But
he definitely talks more than a lot of protagonists in games.
He's
so.
not
Which I
talking like
like.
Joker.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
yeah, I like that we have an Atlas protagonist that talks,
Mhm.
because I don't know, it just gets me more into the game.
That just doesn't yell their persona name.
Right.
Yeah.
The only issue I really
Kurama
had.
Tengu.
Yeah. The only issue I really had was whenever like someone was dropped and she's like, "Will someone heal him?" I'm like, "I am trying. You need to calm down."
I haven't got the
lady."
time.
I am working on it. You can stop yelling at me every turn. I get it. He's dead.
The only issue, like, I don't love the protagonist voice. I've been making fun of it a fair bit throughout the playthrough so far. And also, as much as I love Maria, I feel like it's not the greatest either. Her voice isn't. Everything else, though, really draws me in, and I'm not really taken out of the story much at all. So, but overall, it is good. Again, it is Atlas, so I do expect high quality voice acting.
Even some NPCs, like that one guy who increases your tolerance whenever he talks about his race and all that stuff, and his the sanctism and all that.
Yeah.
Like I actually tried to listen to him.
The Mustari.
Yeah.
I really like the Mustari tribe.
So here, somewhere soon, is it through this door? Yeah, we'll see
The beautiful portrait.
portrait
Oh,
of
yeah, that's right.
Lord Luis. But not Lord Luis for you, Funslinger, Lord Luis.
Right, just Lord Luis.
Yeah, not Lord Luis.
Lord Louise.
So yeah, they definitely think highly of Luis. So
We
Oh,
learned
yeah,
that
he's
the
the
necromancer's
captain.
name is Zorba.
Zorba, yep.
Zorba.
And Hulkenberg knew of him.
Yeah, he's a weak guy. But he was really good with puppetry.
And we learned that he is a Mustari.
That's the three-eyed clan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They remind me of Drow, almost.
So we have to cross the bridge now.
Mhm.
And he's not letting us.
Yeah. He doesn't let us talk.
How rude of him.
The audacity. Oh.
And I like his voice too.
Oh, yeah.
It's really good.
He reminds me of a child,
The
but
Zark.
also I think that's kind of the point. Like he's supposed to sound like more of the immature child type.
I really
used
think
bones.
it's sick that he used bones to like.
It's pretty metal.
It's metal as.
Yeah, it's like I have all these
Hell.
extra parts. I gotta use them for something.
But we decided we shouldn't fight him, and so we went back and used Luis's portrait as a shield because he dare not harm Lord Luis.
But he will harm Lord.
Like, what a loser.
will hurt
Come
Lord
on,
Louis.
What a
man.
simp!
Get a new painting. It's fine.
Right.
Just, you
like,
can redo the painting. I mean, I'm glad
spent
it stopped
hours
him,
on it.
'cause- But just over there, painting like that, Oshwatton.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly like that.
Exactly like that.
Unfortunately, we can't fit that through the doorway.
Yeah, double standards here. So
Just take us the whole way through and just keep walking with it. He just hates us so much.
It might be needed.
new, well, sort of new humans.
Teeth.
These
I had
teeth.
our old boss here.
So, but wasn't too bad.
I do enjoy the
with healing power.
I do enjoy the flawless extra XP. It's pretty nice.
It's nice.
It's a good
Nice
incentive to
grind out.
actually
Yeah.
sneak.
And
Gotta get to the roof.
here we're climbing to the rooftop,
Hey, there's
making
a
our way
place
up
there.
Making our way downtown.
So, effectively, how I had it was I had that mid boss or the near the end boss.
Mm-hmm.
Left, came back because I had to do this boss with no MP.
Mm-hmm.
I decided, screw it, I'm just gonna heal up and... Because I have a fair amount of MP remaining.
Fuck it, we ball.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I had to leave, go
We
back in,
ballin'.
and just run past all the enemies I could, and just play like dodge roll everything. This fight right
So
here.
the king took away the scepter, which
Hey, this is mine.
he was totally fine with, as long as no one gets it but Luis. Zorba's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's fine, you can take it.
I guess it's fun.
This right here was the one where I lowered the difficulty because it was so annoying trying to none of my Hama skills would kill the zombies without 3 hits on them. And then I just brought one back immediately, and then they had to get rage and they drop my tank in like 3 attacks. So I was like, no.
Just gotta use them, hit their weakness so you get more turns.
Hama
Yeah, you
was their
keep pressing 'em.
weakness. They were being weakened, but it took 3 hits to kill
Joke's
one.
on you. I had 3 people with Hama skills.
Well, even if I had 3, one of them was the tank was dedicated to aggroing all attacks.
And I had high magic, so I was able to do good hits, especially when they were enraged, like that.
Yeah, like when they were enraged, it didn't matter how tanky she was; they were dropping her. And
Yeah, then but
there's always
they were also taken out in 1 hit.
not for me. It took like three Hama hits to kill one, and then he spawned another one. I was like, this is annoying.
So we defeat
Yeah,
Zorba.
Go Hulkenberg.
So that was a fun fight.
Yeah. So that's the end of the dungeon. No more boss fights after that.
Nope, not at
That's
all.
the final boss of that area, for sure.
Yep, nothing left.
And yeah, he just,
He fell.
yeah.
Yeah.
He tried to enact his calamity plan.
Yeah.
But he is no Ganon.
He is no Ganon.
That is true.
The voice acting is so good.
Just like all the sounds, like throughout, especially using like surround sound headphones.
Mhm.
Just how good all the sound effects are and the music.
Like,
The quality is,
Yeah.
it doesn't compare.
The audio is top
anything.
tier for sure. So that human that Luis brought with him to the funeral earlier,
It's alive!
it wasn't dead. Imagine that.
Well, it was dead, but
Well,
it got reanimated.
Yeah.
Right.
Funny enough, I had no issue fighting the reanimated Zorba looking
I
thing down there.
cracked that egg.
Yeah,
And the bagpipes.
Like,
even my first playthrough of this, I felt like this boss was really easy if you just do it right.
I struggled against Zorba,
It sure
then
was nice
annihilated
that they
this guy.
replaced, healed us back up to full.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was my biggest worry. I'm like, shit, I'm not ready for this. And then I noticed that they healed everything. I'm like, okay, never mind. I'm ready for this.
Yeah, comparatively, this guy didn't stand a chance. Like, he got annihilated.
Again, so disgusting.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah. I do like his little.
It was still a fun fight, though. Like, it may not have been super challenging, but it was still fun.
Oh, yeah.
So well done.
I liked his little. I liked his little
Yeah,
friends.
I agree.
Little friends he had inside of
Yeah,
him.
the people walking around the heart, like, what the heck?
Oh, not even them. It looked like
I like the
the frogs
frogs.
inside of him. Those little guys. I love the little frogs.
I love the frog guys. They were my
They're
favorite.
friend-shaped.
Like,
They just gang up.
how did they think of this? I love it.
I
I absolutely love it.
There's someone at Atlas who sits down and he's like, what's the most disgusting, disturbing thing I can think of for this game?
Also, a great
What
choice to make the
ass
heart
have
into
you taken?
a bunch of bagpipes. Great decision. I love that.
So the whole point in this fight is to get the heart, or get him to fall
Down.
by cracking the egg. The heart can fall so we can attack it.
I think only.
But the hands will heal the egg, so we gotta also take out the hands.
I only ever
so-
killed one hand.
Or
Not just,
Yeah, I didn't bother with the hands. I just
brute-
slammed the egg. And
Yeah, I mean, you can do it either
I
way.
use synthesis to hit everything.
I just brute forced the egg and kept smashing it until I could start swinging again.
Aim for the bagpipe.
Why bagpipes though? Like,
Because
Oh, there they are.
It's a Scottish
the boys.
human.
Look at them go.
the frogs.
Look at them go. What a bunch of good guys.
is there a reason to say no to that?
There isn't, but honestly,
I don't think so.
I don't want to risk hurting Gallica.
Okay, sure.
It didn't really do a whole lot, though, to be honest.
Oh, we killed it.
Well, I mean, she tried to help, so I appreciate it.
I started skipping the
Yeah.
animations. Like the animations are really cool, but I don't need to see them every single time.
Yeah. I do
First
the same
time, that's
thing.
one thing.
Yeah. We got an eggshell.
Nice. We should walk on it.
That'll do.
That'll do, donkey pig.
That'll do.
Donkey pig. Yeah, I really like Stroll. Like he is pure of heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he should be the new king.
Honestly, yeah, I don't want it. Like, like as a character, I mean, sure, what like maybe he wants it. I don't know. But as a player, I don't care about who become king. I don't want to become king.
Just as long as Luis loses.
Exactly. I don't want Louis to win. I personally don't want to be a king. But game,
Eccentric Krya.
yeah.
Yeah. Batlin.
He's,
I love
he's also my
Batlin.
guy. He's also my guy.
Yeah.
I mean, as a crier, he needs to be someone we can kind of enjoy listening
can-
to, right?
He should be king.
I don't know about that.
See?
She's not eating a thing. I've taken
Oh.
lots of extra days to do this. I'm worried about that girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something I was curious about that they didn't really expound on a whole lot was how they view the afterlife of sorts. Because there's a line at some point about how like her dad isn't coming home and he'll never be able to see her again. But like I wasn't sure if they would like expound on the religious parts of the game. Like maybe one day you'll see him again, yada yada yada. But they just say like you're never gonna see him again. Like he gone forever. That's,
Well, I mean, you don't want to tell a kid, hey, you'll see him again when you're dead too.
I mean,
right?
no, but like they
So-
didn't even say like one day you'll see him again or anything. So like I wonder if there is any concept of afterlife in this game. There's a church, but I don't know what they believe.
I mean, in real life, people don't really say things like that either.
I mean, religious
they?
people do. Like in heaven, yada yada yada. You'll be with whatever again.
I want to know about this armor-clad man.
Right? I want to know why that guy needs some chapstick.
An eerie man. Ooh.
How eerie.
Squidward?
It's like a pale him from Powerpuff Girls, with less flair and no crab hands.
Then
We
Rella.
got
Rella.
She actually seems really cool.
Should be the
She seems
second
important.
Ishkia that we really meet.
Yeah.
Those are the winged people.
That's Maria's mother.
Yeah.
Let's go. Probably not.
So yeah, anyone can become king. It's just the front runners are Luis and
Sanctifex Forden.
yeah.
Yeah. Guy in the
You
middle.
just have to
Which
garner
is-
the people's trust and get them to vote for you essentially.
Vote, yeah.
Unfortunately, this is about where my recording for this session cut out, so we can't finish that conversation. But it essentially, I don't think we really missed much there, though. So.
Just, you can't assassinate him. Chains
Right.
will chain ya.
Yeah.
But,
Mhm.
But-
you can kill him in a duel.
Yeah.
Right, you can
Right,
challenge
I forgot
your
about
opponent
that.
to a duel, and the magic won't kill you.
Murder is bad. Honorable combat is not.
So.
So by the way, I'm pretty sure if we tried to fight Luis in honorable combat, he would just kill us.
And now
Probably.
we unlock the ability to
Social
talk
link.
to our social links essentially. Talk to our followers. So they mentioned Hulkenberg right there, so I decided to go ahead and talk
Yeah.
to her.
Same.
Then her old childhood rival is a
A dick.
right dastard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this guy. Screw this guy.
No, I don't think I will.
No. Maybe that's why he.
Hanging out with an Elda.
Yeah. You can.
Stupid Eldas ruining
Everybody's
everything
so
by
racist.
existing. But
Rank 2.
we get guard duty, so that's duty. And
I think all that's left is
Yeah. The
that
announcement.
rest of the optional dungeon. And
Nice, talking to the Mustari.
I try to talk to everyone I can if it's going to benefit me. Only talk to people when it benefits you. That's the lesson
Yeah.
here.
I try to
But I
talk to
decided
most
to go
people
talk to
because
Stroll.
sometimes you'll just get random increases in various stats if you do.
Turns out Stroll wasn't the only survivor from
yay!
when his town burned down.
Oh, nice.
Rangief.
And we see how good of a guy Stroll is.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to help out the former people of his
I'll have
town.
to find this guy.
Mhm.
I don't think I talked to him.
Yeah. I think I just did the one social link and then about it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do kind of like how in the social link, the options you pick, they don't affect whether or not your social link is going to increase. You just get extra magla for
Yeah, I do like that.
picking the best answers.
I don't know necessarily what the best answers always are. I do what I would say based on the given options. Sometimes it's not going to be the best.
I also like with the whole Magla thing, if you give every character access to all of them, even if you don't use them, you get bonuses and extra stuff from more.
Mm-hmm.
So I can just give everyone access to everything and just let them sit on it, and I get stuff out of it.
Ooh, yeah, you can take a bounty here.
Yeah, I took a bounty. I didn't. I haven't started it because I didn't have enough days to take it.
Okay.
But did you guys do any bounty hunting?
Not yet.
I did
Not
the
yet.
bounty.
I'll gonna wait to say anything about that.
I assume it's worth it. Like 10,000 is what that one was paying, right? So
Yeah.
that's a good chunk of change.
Yeah.
Plus whatever experience or anything else you get. So
I would say any bounty is probably worth it. I mean, anybody that's gonna give you money, I would take it.
I like the
A
information
little more
broker.
cookie for
Generally,
Fabienne.
information brokers are kind of meh, but this guy is actually kind of helpful.
Yeah, he's legitimate. Like, I've purchased all of his information so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also in cutscenes like this or whatever, you choose the right answer, you get more attribute points.
It's so bad. I'm scared to like drink my cream soda because I'm not sure if it'll mess with the YouTube. Like, oh, he's drinking beer. No, it's a cream soda.
You can drink soda. That's allowed.
Well, the fact that it's a bottle like this.
You can drink it. It's allowed.
Hell yeah.
All right.
And this is my last recording session I have here, so we're getting close to the end.
Yeah.
I decided to go back to the dungeon and destroy everything at this point, essentially.
Break everything!
Because
Yeah.
I'm strong enough to do it now.
Let them feel your wrath.
Although there was a room I couldn't figure out how to get to, so
I need to go to that dungeon
That's
still. I'm
unfortunate.
hoping I can still do it even though the next part of the game is starting.
Yeah, you should.
There's a lot of little passages that you can squat through.
yeah, I imagine that's where I went wrong. I couldn't find one of the little squatty passages. I looked, but I probably just overlooked it. So but I'm just gonna skip through most of this because no, hold on.
The Minotaur guy.
The Minotaur guy. So
So what are your archetypes going into this?
into this fight.
Seeker, Warrior
Yeah.
Knight. Because I know this guy did not like clerics and mages.
Yeah, he hated
Yeah.
anyone with a mace. Or a staff.
Yeah, I tried because I'm like, oh, what could really be the issue there? And he goes ballistic, and there's not much of a shot unless if you're really over leveled.
But
Mhm.
I had my skills set up to where all of them were able to do super effective damage.
Yeah.
I haven't done much with the inheriting of abilities apart from just like Hamas and something else or what have you.
I played with it a
It's
little
handy.
bit, but
Yeah. That's one of the things I haven't fully grasped as far as like changing your archetypes goes. Everything else I kind of figured out. That one just seems odd to me how they implemented that.
Torn.
I mean, all you do is pick previous skills that you know from other archetypes just to add on to that one's moveset.
It was an easy win.
I decided to be humble, which she appreciated. And at this point, I'm just exploring the rest of the dungeon, trying to get things I missed. But again, I could not find a couple chests, which,
I mean, that's not inherently a bad
If you
thing.
see-
Like,
so
unless you're going for a completionist.
here, I
Yeah.
never found those two.
The passageway is in the bottom room.
Oh, down here?
Yep, it's right about
Mm.
there.
Gotcha. That's unfortunate. Oh well.
You could potentially go back. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can go back.
Yeah, I didn't figure this was a dungeon that was closed off at this point. But I decided to leave at some when I couldn't figure it out. So, and I talked to what is her name? Brigitte.
Brigitte.
So
Here's your
Yeah.
horn.
and this is
I like Brigitte.
hmm She has something hidden in her
Oh.
study or somewhere.
Yeah.
Don't know anything
You
about it.
unlock
The
The
merchant
merchant.
archetype.
I haven't looked at the merchant at all. I don't know what it.
That's what my captain is currently using because I didn't
Okay.
use the merchant at all.
So you needed a work on it.
What's the merchant excel in? Like, what does it do?
So basically you use money to do almighty damage.
Okay.
But I like my
So
money.
and so I didn't really use it because I didn't want to waste my money.
But
there's a lot of passive abilities that you get that gain you extra money. Like
Okay.
if you kill something in combat, not the turn-based combat, but just in the overworld,
The overworld
Mhm.
ability.
you get extra money.
Okay, I like that.
The overworld abilities
Yeah.
seem neat to me. They seem like I don't really notice them, which might just because it's a passive thing. But I haven't felt like they're.
Yeah, the passive mage is worth it though.
Yeah, it hasn't felt effective
Yeah.
to me, but also I don't notice it because it's just happening in the background.
Which is kind of what you want, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to have to worry so much about all that. I was told a fairy tale here,
Oh yeah, I talked to that guy
and
twice.
then it's like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Go down in history.
Yep. So we have Forden's announcement from the church, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. So we've agreed upon whoever the rock chooses, which is whoever the people choose.
Yeah, I'm assuming our face is eventually gonna start growing on that thing.
Yeah, something we never really mentioned is the larger the face on the rock, the
More approval ratings.
right.
There's a third
They're
one.
only focusing on these two right now, but I imagine, well, we'll find out here pretty soon that we're going to be running for king.
I want to say they mentioned a third
Sure,
or fourth one
but,
that was growing on it too, but they didn't ever like extrapolate on who that
I
was.
think it's just a generic thing saying, hey, there can be three faces, which kind of alludes to
Us.
Yeah.
eventually. That's what I got from it anyway.
That's a safe assumption.
We cannot kill him because he's
Challenge
protected.
him to a duel.
I don't have my Yu-Gi-Oh cards on me.
It is time to da-da.
Mine are behind me.
Okay, you got this.
Yep.
But Maria is missing again, so we have to go find her real quick. She goes missing too much.
She does.
I worry. But she's just at the cathedral.
That is a
praying.
terrible guard.
He's just like,
she's been here all the time.
she is
she had a
determined.
look in
I'm-
her eye,
I'm
just
gonna
let her go.
Let her in. Yeah, it's fine.
I don't care how determined a child is. I'm not gonna let it run into a half-destroyed castle.
It's fine. She's
You
an
know
angel.
there's still like skeletons running around and stuff. Poor
Are
kid.
there though?
She's fine. She knows Hama skills.
I was determined.
Since
I'm sure there probably is.
well, since Zorba's gone.
We did destroy the crystals.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I was pretty determined. He didn't let me in, but he'll let a child
We're
in.
here.
Terrible, terrible guard.
I just want to give this little girl a hug. You know,
She needs it.
She's so sad.
she's the sweetest thing.
She doesn't deserve the sadness.
Ooh,
Dang it, Stroll, lying to a girl like that.
Oh, she was sick. That's what happened.
Oh.
Because they're trying to do what's best for you. Which means leave you, apparently.
Probably your fault.
Yeah.
I like how it was difficult in this to explain to a child the concept of death, because they didn't give you
Your daddy went to a farm.
they didn't make
Yeah.
it easy for you as a player to try and describe it either. Like, how you tell a child, hey,
No.
you're gonna die one day.
Well, let's think about it together. I decided to stay up and talk to Stroll for a bit.
Yeah.
Read my book while I take a nap.
That's true. Here, shut up, read my book. I'm going to go back to sleep.
Got him.
But again, we see a world very similar to ours.
It seems very steampunkish though, which is kind of fun. Maybe steampunk is the wrong word. Like,
Yeah. Couldn't be further from reality.
And here, Batlin is telling us about the Game of Thrones, or
The Hunt!
what is it called actually?
The
Tournament for the
Tournament of the Throne.
So, we learn about a few trials. The first of which is having to get the head of a beast or a creature or something, which we decide to do our own thing on, I suppose.
We need to do something fancy to get people really looking at us.
Not because we're trying to win, but we're just trying to garner the respect of Lord Luis.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Kind of infiltrate him, because we learned that we might be able to reverse the prince's curse with a formula.
Yeah.
Because there's...
Because it's a written composition of the spell, so...
They took notes.
I was confused at first because I thought Luis knew about us, but I guess he only ever really saw Grius.
Yeah, and our captain, captain, from earlier, ran off and never told anyone.
So he doesn't actually know who we are per se. I don't even think he knows about the fact that we're in Elda, because I think we killed him. We killed that guy before he was able to tell him anything.
We have an admirer.
So we're just another group of people telling Maria, oh yeah, stay here, we'll be back.
Yeah.
Who's back?
We'll be back.
Then we die.
I feel so
Yep.
bad for the girl.
It's just imagine the timeline where, you know, you go into the dungeon and die. Poor Maria.
He recognized us.
But yeah, we
He can't be bothered to deal with
enter-
us. He can't be bothered.
But what creature are we gonna hunt? Well, there's not really anything we can think of, so we decide to take a big bad bounty instead. Because, like we said, we don't have to win.
No.
We're gonna go after Heismay, evil kidnapper.
And Regal Soldier is here.
Nice.
Regal
I'm
Soldier is
Barden. I beg your pardon. I love Barden.
here. He looks like
And
a swell guy.
His voice acting is also awesome.
And again, respectable.
Yeah.
Seems like a good guy. So yeah, we take the bounty, and that's pretty much
While
where it
Hulkenberg was
ends.
getting us a carriage.
Yeah.
That's true. We have to have a carriage, otherwise we won't make it to our destination on time.
Yeah.
Not on
I
foot.
love this interaction. See? She's good. Now our carriage? Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you guys have a beast in mind? Yeah, sort of. Do you have a carriage for us? Probably.
Yeah, it's something.
Made some arrangements.
So,
I love they're just bullshitting each other.
Without Pierre, it doesn't sound like a good thing. It sounds like nothing can be as worse as
That's
this.
good.
Thing. I like the comment one of them makes, or like halfway into this first part we did, where he's like, "Oh yeah, because the last 2 carriage rides went so great."
Well, the third one went good.
that's true.
Yeah, I mean, 1 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah.
So Hulkenberg resigns from the Knights.
Yep. Only by, yeah, like, service. She still keeps the title.
Yeah.
She is still a knight. Knightess.
But it's daytime.
Nighttime.
Knightus. And she's having doubts. But this is pretty much where it ends. What do you guys have to say about it overall?
I've been enjoying.
Yeah.
It's been good.
Same.
It's been pretty good so far.
I
Yeah.
do have issues, especially with the MP that was affecting the difficulty for me and the
Yeah.
my overall
I'm sure
enjoyment.
at some
but
point
I did look.
we'll be able to make.
That's the only thing I really looked
MP
into.
restoring items.
yeah, I'm hoping.
I didn't do any of the
Oh.
R&D apart from the MP part, and it does get better.
Gameplay though is really good. I do enjoy the combat and the storyline. I'm definitely invested. I want to see where it goes. So I have no complaints in that department at all. Which I've been saying it's Atlas, right? So it's
Yeah.
gonna have a good story.
Yeah.
Do you
most
guys
likely.
have any predictions?
I think we'll become king,
Probably.
or we're gonna kiss the prince and he'll become king.
We should probably become king, because the current prince has been asleep for X amount of years, probably still has the mind of a child. Probably not going to make the best king at the moment.
I do not
We'll be
think.
their royal advisor.
I do not think we
Best
will.
gosh darn vizier.
I don't think.
Travis back?
I don't think we're gonna become king. I think we are in it mostly like we have to want it, right? And we at this time we do want it.
I mean, the character
But I
does,
do not
don't.
think we are eventually going to become king. I think that the prince will eventually.
We'll be like his new bodyguard.
And like I don't know, we'll be his bodyguard, his advisor, or something. We'll be his friend. We'll help him through it all. But I don't think we will become king. That just doesn't seem like something our character truly wants. Like there was a dialogue option where we can be like, yeah, that's what I want. I mean, I can't do it if I don't want it, right? But
Galacto will become king.
I don't see it happening in the long run.
Yeah.
We're gonna do
So-
everything we can to get to that point, and I do believe our character believes we will make a better king than Luis. So if it has to
That's-
come
that's
to
kind
that,
of a low bar,
we
though, I'll
will
be
become
honest.
king over him. However, once the prince is ready to take that spot, we will relinquish it to him. Essentially,
Yeah.
is what I'm getting.
So what about
I mean, can we relinquish it, though?
predictions to what is closer? Like what's going to happen sooner than just
Okay.
towards the end?
Like maybe in the
But
next
what do
section.
you think Hulkenberg's carriage is going to be? And what do you think?
It's gonna be really terrible.
Like
I
what
just-
type of a person is Heisme going to be? Like what?
I think the character's gonna do
for-
something very silly, and I'm gonna love it.
I think it'll do its job, but it's not going to be pretty.
The carriage, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a piece of junk, but I think it's gonna probably end up like breaking down or something. We have to
We're gonna have to forge the river.
we're gonna have to figure something out to make it to our destination on time. When it comes to the bounty man, what's his name?
Heisme?
Heisme. I think I have nothing to go on, right? But
Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna be one or the other. He's gonna be extreme, like he's gonna
A
be
royal piece of something.
he's gonna be the biggest dick, biggest dirtbag he possibly can be, and we're gonna have to fight him. He's gonna be really strong, whatever. Or he's been blamed for all this other stuff, and it's not on him, or he did it because he was a knight before, right? So maybe he did it for some sort of righteous cause that nobody else is aware of.
Or he didn't do it at all.
So that's kind of where I'm thinking for that.
Pretty
I
much
mean,
the same on
If it's
that.
for story purposes to make us be more liked, I feel like they will make him the bad guy. Unless it points to a different bad guy that'll have the same effect as giving us more notoriety for the king purposes.
Okay. Very interesting. I like to hear you guys' predictions on everything.
What do you think
Uh,
is going to happen, Funflame?
Yeah, what do you think?
What's gonna happen?
I think Tiamat is going to swoop down and destroy the whole
Worth
world.
it.
Oh, okay.
Spoilers.
Yeah, my bad. Do we want to go over like where we're at with our social link?
Yeah, we
where
can
we're
do
at
that.
with everybody?
I don't know where I'm at.
Yeah.
So I believe Gallica, that's pretty set, so we should all be at 2.
I
is
think
there?
2, yes.
more is also the
I'm at
same
2.
way if you
And-
got healer to 10.
Yeah.
Different ranks.
So Stroll, I got him to 3. Hulkenberg to 2. Maria 1. Katarina? Yeah. Her to 1. Brigitte to 4. Yeah, and then more to 2.
Gallica 2, Stroll 1, Hulkenberg 2, Maria 1, Katarina 1, and then more 2.
Yeah,
I don't
my
have much time for social links.
I have Hulkenberg at 2, Stroll at 2, Moore at 2, and everyone else is at and Gallica at 2, and everyone else is at a 1. So
Yeah, I have the fortune of being able to do all the dungeons in one swoop.
Yeah. So you got time to
it's,
kill.
I mean that's fair.
But-
Like you've played through it before, so it's
And also, in my defense too, when I play a game like this, like Persona, I also, when I go into a dungeon, I know that's one of my time slots. I'm not going to use any more time slots for this dungeon. So when I first played the game, I only used one time slot for the dungeon.
Yeah. I was trying to.
that's what my original plan was, but the MP was killing
I wanted
me,
to just
so
breeze
I
through the
couldn't.
combat dungeon stuff and then get my social links going. Because those do add up over time that help you out a lot.
Yeah.
I'd rather get the passive stuff going and then just try and breeze through a dungeon. Oh, he's moving. Where'd he go?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else. Any closing thoughts on?
Game good. We will keep gaming. No pass.
Yeah, as of
Yeah,
right
no-
now, it's I'm still gaming.
Grease is dead.
so-
Got a pass.
Yeah. Oh
You killed,
no!
you killed my boy Grease. You killed my boy Grease.
We
Darn,
can't
it's
romance Fabrienne, so
Not yet.
there we go.
Yeah,
Not
I
yet.
mean,
Give it time. Give it time.
how do you know?
Give it time. Give it time.
Yeah,
So
so
when-
far I'm enjoying it, and I have no interest in quitting. So I do have my gripes, but that's
It's early
It's
game
fine.
gripes. It'll be fixed at some point.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
I'm gonna look
so.
into the mage just so I can deal with more with the MP issues. And either way,
Yeah,
I can't
I'm-
exactly use the functionally the cleric fighting
The
yeah,
healer.
the healer fighting that one guy who hates maces. I don't feel like getting bodied that fast.
Yeah, I plan on using the mage and the brawler more going forward. So
Yeah.
Yeah. The healer and the brawler, I love them both.
mhm.
But don't sleep on the knight. Like
Oh,
I
and
did.
I've been abusing the knight.
She take hit.
She do. As long as I
Yeah.
keep her like topped off healing wise, she doesn't like she's only reason I've gotten this far is because of her.
But we will.
Our next
our
deadline?
next deadline will be July 5th. So if anybody that's watching wants to play with us and stop then, we should have that video out next week. But that'll be our next major plot point. So yeah, looking forward to it.
For sure. Unless you guys have anything else to add, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. So, all right. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, we'll see you next time.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe
Click that bell.
for more notifications.
Yes. Thank you, everybody.
Toodaloo!
Oh,
Bye-bye.
goodbye.